Hi guys, welcome back to the vlog. It's been a minute, but this is going to be a different vlog entirely. So I think it was one of my subscribers who actually asked that I do a vlog on a comparison between Edmonton and Calgary. So I was like, yeah, that's actually a really good idea because I've lived in both places. I lived in Calgary for about 2 years when I first moved to Canada. And then I moved to Edmonton when I got married. So let's jump in and I will tell you about the two cities and you make your choice on which one you prefer. First, let's talk cost of living, starting with housing. When I first moved to Calgary, I had a 2-bedroom apartment in the southwest. It went for around $22.50 Canadian dollars a month, inclusive of all utilities, gas, electricity, water. I had 2 bathrooms, an in-unit washer and dryer, a dishwasher, and it was a really, really nice neighborhood. For Edmonton, I've seen 3-bedroom, 2.5-bath townhomes go for as low as 1,900 Canadian dollars a month with a washer, dryer, dishwasher, and all of the amenities. But of course, it depends on where you stay, so you most likely have to pay utilities, but sometimes it's included. When I first moved to Canada, prices were way lower in Edmonton. But now, 2 years later, I've noticed it's almost the same rate as Calgary. For food, in Calgary, I used to shop on Instacart from No Frills, and I'd spend about $120 to $160 for huge orders of groceries and between $45 to $70 on smaller orders. For Edmonton, I've noticed groceries are slightly cheaper, but it depends where you shop. If you shop at Walmart in Calgary versus Walmart here, it's pretty similar. Now, we're buying food for way more people. I'm married and we have 3 kids total, so it goes into the 200s. Transportation. I worked remotely in Calgary, so I only used the bus to go downtown whenever I needed to get downtown. It was pretty cheap at $2.55 for youth, that was for Nadia, and then $3.80 for adults. And I would leave my house and get on the bus for 15 minutes to the train for a 20-minute ride. I drive in Edmonton, so gas is around $1.39 a liter at Costco. And I do a lot of driving, so we fill up twice a week sometimes. I don't take public transport in Edmonton, but the ETS fare costs about $3.75 for adults for a 90-minute window. For weather in Edmonton, oh my God, guys, it's been up and down, and I think it stays really cold for longer here. I've noticed in Edmonton from last year, September, to May this year, it snowed, and then June, it's been raining a lot, so you never know what to expect. Calgary had similar weather last year to this year. From September to about May, it was snowing. But one thing I loved about Calgary is the Chinook. And this is this phenomenon where the mountains release, I guess, some heat into the city and everywhere just warms up. So you can literally be walking in snow in the morning, then pass by in the afternoon and everything has melted. But no one prepared me for the kind of weather in Calgary. When it gets super cold, like it can go down to minus 40. So it was pretty tough, but you just layer up and you'll be fine. Roads and infrastructure. In Calgary, there are a lot of modern buildings downtown and lots of construction happening because so many people are moving into the city from like Vancouver, Toronto, because it's way cheaper in Alberta. Downtown is super modern, and one thing I love is that it blends into nature. So you'll be walking downtown and suddenly you just find yourself in a nice park or see a lake streaming through the city. For Edmonton, there's a lot of new structures and new buildings being built downtown, though not so many high-rise buildings. Apparently, there used to be an airport closer to downtown years ago, so they avoided the high-rises. But now they're springing up in different places. You'll notice a lot of hilly paths downtown in Edmonton. You can be driving and suddenly hit a serious slope. I'm talking like, be careful when driving during winter slope. For things to do, let's start with Calgary. One of my favorite things was going to the zoo. The animals, I swear, they're so happy there. They look well fed, they're playful, and they interact a lot. And I've been to a lot of zoos around the world, and this one I felt really engaged with the animals. Another thing is walking trails. There are a ton of trails situated between different neighborhoods. I used to love walking by the lake or in the hills, especially when the weather was really nice. If you're into golf, there's that option as well. You can also spend time downtown sightseeing, overlooking the city from the Calgary stairs. I used to walk there a lot with my daughter. From there, you can walk into the city for different activities, from the Calgary Tower to the mall to just walking around different stores downtown. In comparison, Edmonton, I've noticed a lot of people love hockey games, and I've become a fan of attending Oiler games. People also love to skate, especially at West Edmonton Mall. There's a huge ice rink there, sometimes open to the public. There's also lots of shopping at West Edmonton Mall, which is the second biggest mall in North America. It used to be the first, but I think it just got overthrown by one in the US. It has a ton of indoor activities, from an indoor beach to a huge sailboat where people come to see marine life like seals. You can also go to the Motard's Conservatory where they have indoor plants, and I really love doing that during winter. And for my daughter especially, she loves K-pop, so there's lots of fun K-pop activities happening all year round. You can also go to White Ave and try out restaurants. Both cities have the same big franchises like Joey's, Cactus Club, and The Keg like you see in Toronto, but also they have a ton of small business-owned restaurants. For summer in Calgary, there's the Stampede. It's a huge event where you have cowboys come in for rodeos, performances, concerts, all sorts of activities. I attended last year and it was really, really nice. Then you have intimate concerts all year round, plus car shows that you also have in Edmonton. For Edmonton, there are back-to-back festivals in summer, from Heritage Festival to A Taste of Edmonton, where you get to try different foods from different cultures. That's when you really see that there are a lot of people here from all over the world. They show up during summer celebrating their cultures, and that's one of my favorite things about Edmonton. There's also a lot of concerts. Personally, I attended the Burna Boy concert, the Davido concert here, and there's lots of conventions like the Animathon convention, which was pretty fun. For winter, in Calgary, you have skating activities. The kids can skate in Canada, so be prepared. You can go skiing or check out an intimate performance. In Edmonton, there's lots of museums and galleries. You can do the indoor beach, which is pretty cool because it's cold most of the year. They have that indoor activity that never gets boring. Also, tobogganing, which I think is called sledding in the US. That's all around in both Edmonton and Calgary. For nearby attractions, Banff is closer to Calgary. It's about an hour and a half drive to Canmore from where I lived in southwest Calgary. I used to go there all the time to see Lake Louise, check out waterfalls, hiking trails. Jasper is closer to Edmonton, so we used to drive there a lot too. It's about 4 hours drive. So there they have mountains, you see a lot of wildlife just walking around, and beautiful lakes, great views. Another fun thing in Edmonton for those who love flowers like me and outdoor activities, you can check out Fern's Flowers in Northeast Edmonton, and you can go there and pay for a bouquet that you hand make yourself. For demographics, in Calgary, I noticed there are a lot more Canadians, and it's slowly having more foreigners move in, I guess mostly from Toronto and Vancouver, and it's cheaper to live in Calgary than in bigger cities. In Edmonton, I noticed huge diversity. There's so many foreigners, and especially during the Heritage Festival, I got to see that there are many communities here. Some cons while living in Calgary. A few times we had huge pipes burst during the winter. There was major work being done downtown, and they had to shut down water for a couple hours or reduce water pressure. For a couple days, what am I saying? For Edmonton, one con I always mention to my husband and always complain about is potholes. I've noticed on some major roads like Stony Plain, you suddenly have potholes left and right. But this is because of winter season. It really, really affects the roads. Then they have to fix them. There's always construction blocking off roads. That's one challenge here. Another thing I noticed in Edmonton that I don't like, and I hope we can all put our hands together to figure out, is the homelessness crisis. There are a lot of homeless people, lots of people on drugs walking around downtown. That's another challenge we all have to figure out in this city. Majestic views. One thing I've enjoyed here is getting to see things I wouldn't see anywhere else. I got to see the Aurora Borealis, and this was in Calgary, outside my window late at night. It's something I've been wanting to see for years, and I finally got to see it in 2024, I think, or was it 2025? The skies lit up purple and green, rainbow colors. It was so amazing. It also happens in Edmonton. I haven't witnessed it here yet, but my husband did. So it's one thing I've seen in Alberta that is so beautiful. You just have to see it yourself. So that is a wrap for what I like about Edmonton and Calgary, the pros, the cons. So you guys jump in the chat and tell me your favorite parts or what you love about either city. If you live in Calgary, tell me what you love. In Edmonton, tell me what you love. And thank you guys for watching. Thanks for tuning in. I hope to see you again. Bye.